Craig Murray is a British diplomat, used to be in Parliament in Britain, Scottish, and he supported Assange. He's a good friend of Assange. He has supported Assange from day one, and he's no longer in government over there. But they have chased him every step of the way to try and make sure that he can't speak the truth, that he can't stand up for Assange. And just the other day, former ambassador and Assange advocate Craig Murray detained under UK terror laws. The former diplomat's detention is just the latest example of British terror laws being used to harass and intimidate dissidents while brazenly prying into their private affairs. On the morning of October 16th, counter-terror police in Glasgow airport detained journalist, whistleblower, human rights campaigner, and former British diplomat Craig Murray. They seized his phone and laptop. He flew back to Glasgow after several days in Reykjavik, Iceland, where he attended a popular Palestine solidarity event and also met with high-ranking representatives of the Assange campaign. Once his travel documents were processed at passport control, the officer informed him he would be detained for questioning. They then led him to a small room and grilled him. He was grilled by 3 nameless British counter-terror agents for an hour. Police warned him he would be committing a criminal offense and would be prosecuted if he refused to answer their question or refused to give his pass keys to all of his devices. So basically, they were allowed to look through everything he owned, including his phone, laptop, etc., or he would be imprisoned. He said, first they grilled me about the private Assange campaign meeting. You might think they would ask who was there, but they didn't, which means they probably already knew who was at this private meeting, which means either they've got a leak or they've been following him. They asked him whether he gets money from WikiLeaks or other WikiLeaks connected entities, and he said no. They asked him about his personal blog. They wanted to know why Murray had attended the Palestine Solidarity event. And he said his lawyer probably thinks that in one of the photos of the 2,000-person event, he was standing next to someone that the UK considers a terrorist, and therefore they were trying to link him to this other individual who probably almost 100% is not a terrorist. They're just connected to some organization that the UK says is terrorist. An hour of questioning, and by the way, they kept his laptop and his computers. They stole everything of his. This is what the UK is doing to former diplomats of theirs. This is a former UK diplomat, and they stole his phone and his computer. And apparently this is not the first laptop he's had stolen from the British government. Previously, 2 laptops on one trip were stolen out of his bag. And who else would steal 2 laptops from him on one trip? It had to be intelligence services, because it would be ridiculous that thieves are just that good and always on top of him. Anyway, luckily he is now free, but this shows the pressure that is coming out of to just destroy the lives of anyone who stands up for Assange, stands up for Palestine, but especially those who have diplomatic connections in a bigger way. So they continue to go after Craig Murray. They've already imprisoned him once for like 6 months.